Hey there folks, it is Rob and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be the start of my brand new reviews. Now, I wanted to start with one of my favorite entries in the VHS movie series. I do like the VHS franchise. I think it's really cool. It's an anthology franchise, bunch of segments with a wraparound story creates this really cool horror film. So I wanted to talk about the very first movie, and how I'm going to do this is going to be a little different. I'm going to make a review video for each segment because I feel like it deserves that. I kind of want to talk in depth about each segment because there are some, things that I want to mention that maybe other people haven't mentioned in their reviews. Just kind of focus on each segment as an individual, review. So that's my plan for talking about the very first VHS film. So for this video, we're going to strictly talk about tape 56, which is the prologue or the frame narrative. It's basically the wraparound story that brings all these segments together, which was directed by Adam Wingard, and it was written by Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett. Now, what's interesting is Adam Wingard and Simon both play characters in this segment. Focuses on a criminal gang who film their crimes, which range from vandalism to sexually assaulting women. An anonymous source hires these guys to break into a house and steal a VHS tape. Now, that's the interesting thing about this is there's really no indication on what kind of VHS tape. There's nothing said about it. Like, is it a certain color? Is there a name on it? Is it look a certain way? It's very, it's very vague on what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to just break into a random house and steal this tape. So this criminal gang basically accepts the offer and films it while they go into the house. They break into it and they find an old man's corpse sitting in front of a bunch of televisions. And, he's dead. It's just this old man sitting there. The others roam the house to try to find stuff, and Brad stays behind with the corpse behind him. And he watches a VHS tape that was left in the VCR. And that brings us to the very first segment. Now, I like the wraparound story. I think it's pretty interesting, but there's a lot of secrecy and a lot of things that aren't really explained about, what's actually going on. The old man is there and then he disappears and you don't know where he is. You keep seeing shadows in the basement while they're looking for the VHS tapes. Hell, even the guy is like, we don't know what we're looking for. He actually says, well, let's just get a box or a crate and just throw everything in there. So, there's tons of VHS tapes. So they decide to try to take everything, which is actually smart because, again, they don't know what they're looking for. So, who does that? Who goes to a place where someone just says, I want you to steal a certain VHS tape, but you don't tell them what kind of VHS tape? Maybe they were just looking for just a few, but there are stacks of tapes. So what this does is kind of, like I said, it goes to each segment where someone pops in a tape to watch it because they're trying to figure out what they need to steal. So by watching these tapes, they're introducing us as the audience to these horror segments. I consider tape 56 not only a frame narrative, but it's also a segment in itself. So I think it's pretty awesome for a wraparound story. But yeah, that is my review of tape 56, the prologue frame narrative. All right, guys, so thanks very much for watching this. Stay tuned for my next segment review for VHS, and it's going to be Amateur Night. So I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one.